Goddess Temple Sunday. We are live. Even if you are watching this on replay, we are still live. It is Goddess Temple Sunday, your weekly blast of inspiration, motivation, and transformation to set your week off right. I am Aviola Abrams, and I'm so excited to be with you today. I'm the author of African Goddess Initiation, Sacred Rituals for Self-Love, Prosperity, and Joy, and the upcoming Hay House deck that comes out. Is it next week? Am I missing a week? Is it really next week? I think it's really next week. Yes! And that is the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. The African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I'm so excited, and we're going to be having a global goddess circle to launch and all kinds of goodies. Welcome. Hello, goddesses. Come on into the room. Come into the room. Come into the room. Come into the room. We are making a joyful noise today. Yes. Hello, goddess Nit Ra is in the house. Yes. Bringing that sun energy. Yes. And I'm so glad you're here, actually, because we are going to be talking today about Ra and sun energy. So I'm glad you're here. Goddess Afua is here. Jarmari is here. Beautiful name. Goddess Tracy. Goddess Lana. Come into the room. Goddess Andrea. Goddess Michelle. Yes. Goddess Denise. So glad that you are all here today. So today we're going to be talking about the illusion of being a wounded healer. I pulled a card for us from this deck of what we should be talking about today. What is our focus here in this new season? Welcome, new season. Happy autumn. I'm laughing at myself because every year, as a summer baby, I go through the same thing. And those of you who are here in the circle with me know I'm talking about like the move from summer to winter, the move from summer season into colder weather in the hemisphere that I happen to live in. But we are shifting it for the move, making it into the move from, the summer, the playtime, into the energy of harvest. Somebody type into the comments, welcome harvest. Yes, welcome harvest. We are now in the harvest season. Goddess Afua says it is also, she says, happy autumn and spring as I am currently in South Africa. Yay, yes, Sawubona, Goddess Afua. We see you over there, sis, in South Africa. That is beautiful, 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 beautiful. So welcome harvest, Goddess. Yes, Goddess Sheila says, welcome harvest. Goddess Prima Sankar says, yes, welcome harvest. The chosen daughter says, welcome harvest. Goddess Andrea says, yes, oh my goodness, how beautiful. Goddess Kathy says, harvest is her grandfather's name. That is so divine, so absolutely divine. Hello, Goddess Patricia. So let's get into some gratitude, and then let's talk about wounded healers, what that means, why I pulled Goddess Sekhmet, or why you and your energy had me pull Goddess Sekhmet, the illusion of being a wounded healer. And then let's just do an activation to seal that. There is a beautiful Japanese art called, I'm going to mispronounce it, but that is okay. My intention is good. Kintsugi. And what that is the weaving with gold and silver dust, the weaving to cover up broken cracks in pottery. So beautiful bowls and cups and mugs and elaborate pottery that gets broken because the wound is not seen as a flaw. The wound is seen as a gift. Rather than trying to mend it and make it back to what it was, rather than reaching for a new normal, it is the wound is filled in with gold and silver. So we're going to do an activation today and weave in, fill up all of our perceived wounds with gold and silver light, the gold and silver light energy of our Creator. But I am getting ahead of myself. Goddess Robin says she is crying already. Let's just come present into the circle right now. Yes, let's just come right here into the circle right now. Let's just be present. Whew, it is good to be present. Let's be in our bodies. Oh, it is good to be in our bodies. Let's be here now. It is good to be here now. Tune in to the energy of your breath, your inhales and exhales. Knowing that there is a still small voice within you guiding. Inhale and exhale. Knowing that God has your back and all is well. Inhale and exhale. Knowing that you are safe. And it is safe for you, daughter, sister, mother, child, adult, woman, man, creation, to be safe. Inhale and exhale. And as you are present, as you are radically present, as you are embodying the moment, as you are showing up as you, fully and completely, lean into the energy of the beautiful goddess sister to the left of you. Okay, yes, maybe she's hanging out with goddess Afua in South Africa. We see you, sis. And take the hand energetically of the sister to the left of you in the sacred sister circle. Yes. Yes. And lean in now to the energy of the sister to the right of you. Maybe she is over in New Jersey. I see you, sis, over there in New Jersey. Whew, and take the hand energetically of the sister to the right of you. And feel into their energy as it flows out from you, from your heart, from your spirit, and as it flows in to your heart and in your spirit, knowing that all is well, knowing that the circle cannot be broken within or without, knowing that you are powerful beyond measure because you are made in the image and the likeness of the most powerful source of all that is. And we bring all of that energy together to say, Mother, Father, God, we come to you with humble hearts, with our arms open, with our hearts open, with our energy open to say thank you. Thank you so much for blessing us with another day here in your beautiful earth, on your beautiful planet. Thank you so very much for giving us the gift of another day, for opening our eyes, for opening our minds, for opening our energies, and reminding us that you are always in charge. Help us to see past the illusions of fear and know that fear is an illusion. Help us to know that all is well and to lean evermore toward the light. Please continue to guide us and keep us. Please continue to let us know at any moment where we are being guided and to know, even if we don't know where, that it is safe to take the next step. Help us to be present in our bodies for ourselves, knowing that although we are spiritual beings, that we are here in this human experience for a reason. Help us to have the lessons, have clarity on the lessons that we came to learn. We give thanks for love. We give thanks for health. We give thanks for the abundance to gather together in this magical way. Let us know at any moment where you would have us go, what you would have us do, what you would have us say, and to whom. And for this, we are so very grateful. And in your name, we say, Amen, Ashe, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Yes. Hit the share button and put some positivity on your timeline. Instagram peeps, hit the share button, share it in your stories. Facebook peeps and YouTube peeps, let your peoples know that we are here. We are making a joyful noise, and today we are filling in the wound, as Sufi great poet Rumi said, the wound is where the light enters us. The wound is where the light enters. Yes, somebody type that into the comments. The wound is where the light enters. The wound is where the light enters. So what does that mean? And why did I pull the card of Sekhmet as we were coming into this sacred conversation today? Oh my goodness. Yes. Hello, Goddess Mariama from New Zealand is in the house. Yes. We are a global circle. We are a global goddess circle. And so let us talk about what it means that the wound is where the light enters us. So I pulled the card of Goddess Sekhmet. And if you hang around this global goddess temple long enough, you will hear us talk about wounded healers. So here is what a wounded healer is. A wounded healer is someone like you, a beautiful, brilliant light worker who was told by the world some story of brokenness and believed it. You were given some story of brokenness, some experience, some story, some idea that you are less than your powerful self. And what we do is we come together and remember means putting back together, that is a lie, that is an illusion. Somebody type into the comments, the brokenness is an illusion. The brokenness is an illusion because the wound is where the light enters us. Yes, Goddess Prema says, I am accepting the light that enters through the wounds. So if we live long enough, we do have experiences where we feel broken. We feel heartbreak, right? We've all experienced different kinds of heartbreak. We feel grief. This past week, I had to attend the funeral. I was honored to attend the funeral services for my Aunt Joy. We have grief, right? We have all kinds of ways that we have been abandoned or perceived that we've been abandoned. Sometimes people were there for us and still absent. Sometimes we were there for ourselves and still absent. And so all of that, hello, Goddess Samantha, new retreat coming up. I'm going to be announcing it. We're going to Tobago, y'all. Shh, that's not what we're talking about today. All of that we create then stories around, right? We create stories. And it's the reason why those of us with siblings could know that you could grow up side by side with somebody, side by side, in the same exact experience. You're there, they're there. Y'all are going through the same thing. And they end up with a totally different story than you do. Type into the comments, totally different story. If you grew up with folks in your home, whether they were your parents or whether they were, the well-meaning peoples who raised you, or whether they were your siblings, and they somehow have a totally different story of what happened, a totally different story. And that's because it is all a story. It's all a story. Type into the comments, it's all a story. It's all a story. It's the story that we made up either during our formative years to explain what happened and why that happened and whatever it was. Goddess Celeste says she's from Tobago. Yes. Or it's a story we make up as our grown self saying, all right, well, this is why that happens. This is what happened. It's all a story. It's all a story. Goddess Sekhmet, who we know as being a goddess of Egypt, is actually, as the scholars say, a goddess from Sudan, where the lions roam. She is a lion goddess, a lion-headed goddess who represents both life and the joy and the brilliance and the beauty and the healing nature of life, filling up your wounds with gold. But she also represents the fearful part of things. And she was released into the world by her father, the sun god Ra, to bring healing to mankind, humankind, when humankind had kind of run amok. And Goddess Sekhmet said, okay, these mofos running amok, I know what to do. Right? And she unleashed not her healing part, which is what the sun god thought that she was going to unleash. Instead of unleashing the healing part of herself, she unleashed the rage. Because all healers, as much as we have love and light, we have rage. Type into the comments, we have rage. And unless we own and we integrate that rage, it can run rampant and run amok. That rage that we're told is a brokenness is a superpower. But she wasn't able to access that. So Goddess Sekhmet, in her lionessness, unleashed the rage. And she went forward and created a killing field, because we have rage. We have the power to heal and we have the power to damage. And unfortunately, oftentimes we turn that rage inward on ourselves. Yes, we have rage and we have to integrate it. We have to heal it. We have to transmute it. That rage is not what we reject, what we resist persists. And so in order to shut off her rage and calm her down and stop her terror, the sun god, her father, god Ra, then he put forward pomegranate. He mixed some pomegranate juice with some beer. She drank it, she fell asleep, and then was able to be transformed into her healing self. She was able to transmute, to integrate that rage. Yes, Goddess Celeste says we all have rage, and it's true. We all need healing. Yes, we all embrace healing. Goddess Jasmine says, I feel so guilty for the rage I experienced today. Whoo, we feel you on that, Goddess Jasmine. Let's just send Goddess Jasmine some light, and just send some light around this circle for any guilt that we have felt, any guilt that we have been made to feel around rage, because it's all a story. It's all a story. And whether you are turning that rage inward or outward, what we are wanting to do instead is heal it. Accept it. Love and accept that little 6-year-old part of us, that 8-year-old part of us, that 12-year-old part of us that felt rage and was told somehow to shut up, go somewhere, be quiet, and not feel what she was truly feeling. And so now she is raging and she is acting out, but the wound is where the light enters us. And we know that there is nothing wrong with her. There's no reason to feel guilty. There's no brokenness. It is an illusion. And let's just breathe into that energy. It is safe to love and accept yourself in a state of rage. It is safe to love and accept yourself fully and completely. It is safe to love and accept yourself fully and completely. Yes, yes, Goddess Netraj. She turns into Goddess Bastet. Yes, the full story is actually in the book. Yes, absolutely. And so let's get into filling that rage-filled spot with light, because when you, the healing tribe, I'm looking at you, the tribe of healers, showed up with whatever your sacred medicine is to put into the world. Some of you, your sacred medicine is your joy and your laughter, and you're an entertainer, a singer, a dancer, a person that comes forward to entertain people. Others of you are therapists and healers. Others of you are teachers working with children or working with adults. This circle of healers shows up in all ways. Some of you are mothers, and that's your way of healing. Some of you are daughters. Some of you are all of the above. But the wound is where the light enters you. And when you look at yourself, when you look at yourself, right, the mirror of God, when you look at yourself and you say broken, when you look at yourself and you say ugly, when you look at yourself and you say incomplete, when you look at yourself and you say something is wrong, everything then is out of alignment, because that is a lie. That's a lie. You know, when they say the devil is a lie, that is a lie right there. The idea that you are broken, the idea that you are incomplete, the idea that you are anything less than divine. And so Sekhmet, in her healing energy, she carried the Ankh. She carried the symbol of life, because healing, the power to heal, the power to tune in to what is going on with you, the power to tune in to what is going on in the world, because it's all a reflection, it's all a story, is the greatest gift that you were given. The greatest gift that you were given is the power to transmute the story, the idea that you are broken, the story or the idea of these things happen to you. These things happen to me, and therefore this means this about you. The things that you experience, the wound is where the light enters you. Goddess Michelle says she was taught that anger, rage was a sin, so much repression. Yes. And we're taught to stuff it down, whether it's through, alcohol, drugs, sex, codependent relationships, food, the internet, Instagram, whatever, all of that. But it does nothing. You've stuffed down rage, you stuff fire down, it's still gonna come up. What you have to do is fill it with the gold, fill it with the silver, fill it with the love. It is safe for you to be you. Affirm it, type it in the comments. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for you to love you. It is safe for me to love me. It is safe for me to accept myself. I now love and accept myself. I love and accept myself fully and completely. And so what we were talking about at the beginning of this conversation, we're going to do a beautiful activation. We were talking about the Japanese art of kintsugi, which is healing the broken potteries, the broken different kinds of glass vessels. Instead of trying to put it back to a new normal, instead of trying to patch it up so that it doesn't look like the hole was there to begin with, they heal the bowls by filling them with gold. Because the wound is where the light enters, and we don't want to cover up the wound. We don't want to stuff it down and pretend that it's not there. We want to instead proclaim, this is me. It's all me. The idea that something is wrong is the story, is the illusion. The truth is that the wound is where the light enters. So I want to invite you now, let's just close our eyes. Whew. And let's just tune in. I want you to tune inward to that still small voice that is saying to you, yes, you are beautiful. Tune in now to that still small voice that is saying to you, yes, yes, my daughter, yes, you are perfect in your perceived imperfections. Tune in now to that still small voice that says to you now, all is well. And if you can't hear it, it's okay. Like the voice of a lion begins like the little mew of a kitty cat, you tune into just a little bit of the light, just a little bit of the light, and allow the rest to flow. Breathe. Come back now to the power of breath. And breathe. We're going to count back from the number 10. And breathe. 10 is the present moment. Knowing that all is well and that it is safe to be safe. 9 is a little bit earlier in the day when you were getting ready to join this circle, or maybe you didn't even know that this circle was happening. 8 is yesterday. As you were complaining about one thing or another, as you were feeling guilty about one thing or another, as you were feeling angry about one thing or another. 7 brings us a little bit further back to maybe earlier in the week. 6 bringing us a little bit further back to last month. 5 bringing us a little bit further back to earlier in the year. We didn't know what this year would bring. We were still in a place of uncertainty, still in a place of even more confusion. 4 bringing us back to last year when we were sitting in a great pause. 3 bringing us further back to where we were lost, to where we were confused. 2 bringing us back to our childhoods when we did not have the voice that we have now, when we were still searching but did not know that we were searching. 2 to 1 bringing us back to when we were babies, the time when we were born. 0 bringing us back to being in the womb. When we were safe, we knew we were safe. We knew we were nourished. We knew all was well. Where it felt good to be good. It felt good to feel good. And we had no worries. We had no cares. We were nourished and we were fed. And all was well. Breathe. Feel what it feels like to be surrounded completely by love. Doesn't matter what the well-meaning folks who raised you thought about you before you got here. You were safe. Doesn't matter what the well-meaning womb that birthed you thought about you before you got here. You were safe. And it felt good to be nurtured. It felt good to be in the bosom of God. It felt good to be in the womb of God. It felt good to be safe, knowing that it was safe to be safe. As you were still connected completely and fully to your angels. As you were still connected fully and completely to your ancestors. As you still trusted the guidance that you heard with every breath, with every moment, knowing that you are safe, with every moment knowing that all is well, with the hope and the possibilities, not worrying about what came the day before when your feet and your ankles were formed, not knowing what was coming tomorrow when your elbows and hair would be formed, but knowing that all is well. And it just feels good to feel good. It feels good to get all of the nourishment and the vitamins that you needed as you are wrapped in safety, as you are wrapped in love, as you are wrapped in well-being, knowing that you are love, knowing that you are whole, knowing that you are perfect, knowing that that still small voice is you as you. Breathe. You're connected to an umbilical cord that goes back generations, that nourished your parents' parents' parents before they knew their own names. You are connected to a source of well-being, and you are perfection itself. There is no need to strive to be anything other than what and who you are, because you are exactly who you are being born to be. You are exactly who you are. You now allow yourself to remember what it feels like to love and accept yourself completely. You have forgotten previously, but you now allow yourself to remember, put it back together, what it feels like to love yourself completely, what it feels like to see yourself the way that God sees you, to see yourself the way the Creator sees you, to see and feel what it feels like now in this moment to be radically present in the arms and energy in the bosom and womb of a love and completeness. Any wounds that you have experienced from this lifetime, previous lifetimes, lifetimes to come, lifetimes of your ancestors, allow them now to be filled with liquid love. Allow them now to be filled with the gold of love and healing, the gold of the sun, the healing light of the sun, the healing gold light of God's Son. Allow that consciousness now to enter, that light that is so bright that it is golden, to fill and heal in every scratch, every scar, every wound, every hole, every brokenness, every illusion that you are anything less than divine. Feel that beautiful golden light now. Your ashe, your healing life force energy, filling in the illusion that there is scarcity, filling in the illusion that you cannot create what you came forward to create, filling in the illusion that you are less than powerful. Feel that beautiful healing light force energy now, shining light on the shadows, shining light on the dark places, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are loved. All is in this light force energy, knowing that you are abundant. All are in this light force, this God force energy, filling now your heart, opening your heart space to accept all of the love that you desire and you deserve. Feel this beautiful healing light now, filling your throat energy, knowing that you now will speak the truth about yourself, knowing now that you will speak the truth about your life. You see it. You remember it. The wound is where the light enters you, and the light is now entering you fully and completely for generations going back and generations going forward. Feel this beautiful healing light now. Feeling, healing, and feeling. The healing is feeling, and the feeling is healing. As you are radically present in your body, as you tune in now, your third eye, open to receive guidance for your next steps. This energy is being healed. This energy is being filled with golden light. This energy is filled with God. This energy is filled with you as you love and accept yourself. Feel now what it feels like to be loved fully and completely. As you feel this energy filling your crown chakra, filling your ori, filling the headspace, filling your crown, knowing that you are healed. Just breathe. Knowing that you are complete. Just breathe. The wound is where the light has entered you. The wound is where the light has entered you, and you are being activated now for a greater purpose. You are being activated now to remember who you really are. You are being activated now to love and accept yourself. You are being activated now to love and accept who you are. You are being activated now to love and accept your path. You're being activated now to trust your guidance. You're being activated now to remember the truth, to know that a way is being made, to know that you are being shown a way, to know that you are a way maker and a way shower, to know that all is well. You are safe. The lights are bright because the lights are within you, the lights are around you. You are safe. You are loved. You are abundant. You are complete. You are beautiful. You are divine. You are. You are that you are. God says, I am that I am, and you are that you are. I am that I am, your Creator has told you, and you are that you are. 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 Come back into your body, calling all parts of you back to you now. Calling all parts of yourself back to you now. Calling all parts of you back to you now as you come from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Present now in the present moment. Open your eyes and rejoice because you are powerful beyond measure and you are loving and accepting this truth now. Are you receiving this today? You are powerful beyond measure, and the truth is that the wound is where the light has entered you. The truth is that there is no wound. The truth is that you are worthy and deserving of all great things. The truth is that you are beautiful. The truth is that you are safe and you are loved and loving. The truth is that you are well and you are whole and you are healthy and you are complete and you are abundant and you are rich and you are beautiful and you are divine. Are you receiving that today? Yes, 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 yes. Woo! We shifted a lot of energy today, my beautiful goddesses. So please go drink water, replenish, and know that you are as you are. You are that you are, and that all is well. All is well. All is well. Saubona, my beautiful goddesses. And that means we see you. Yes, 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 yes. Have a beautiful day, goddesses. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.